Hello, my panda cubs. Fancy seeing you here on one of my videos that you come here specifically to see me on. Hello, welcome to another video. Just a quick trigger warning. This could contain some sensitive content to do with childhood trauma and stuff like that. So if that's going to cause you any harm, best to skip this one. But before we get to the video, I need to get something out of the way myself. Hey, Meteor. Loser. Loser. I win. I win. Oh, Panda. Oh, I need him. I need your boyfriend so bad. Where? I can't live without your boyfriend. Where? You've done absolutely nothing wrong to me, but I'm going to try and wreck your relationship because I'm a stupid wanker. Loser. I win. Listen, I've got nothing against the poly people, you know, but me, I'm a literal yandere. Yandere. I don't share my boyfriends. Go f yourself. Go get your own boyfriend. Okay, with that off my chest, let's get into the video. When I was a child, well, I didn't know what trans was. Yeah, I didn't know what dysphoria was, so I only learned what trans was a couple of years ago, you know. Kids these days, they've got more information available to them. They've got better education available to them. There's more widespread knowledge of what trans is, right? When I was little, we didn't have that. Well, when I was little, I'm a baby. I'm baby. I will always be a baby. Shut the f up, I'm baby. But when I was a child, I wasn't the most masculine of boys, right? I was very feminine. I wanted to cross-dress. I wanted to be a princess. I wanted to dress like a princess. I used to get the living shit kicked out of me by my stepdad as he was then, and my mum would ignore it. Yeah, I'd get called names: gay boy, puff. Oh no! There was other forms of abuse that I can't really mention on YouTube. I might make a Patreon exclusive one day about it, but I don't know, because that's a little too personal. I'm not quite ready to talk about some stuff. The point is, if I didn't even attempt to uphold society's expectations of what masculinity in a boy was, I'd get beaten the shit out of, right? That was my parents. That was my parenting as a child. I was a little different. I was a little feminine, so I deserved to be traumatized for the rest of my life. What kind of parent does that? That was my parents. That explains a lot now, doesn't it? Those who you know me, you know why I am who I am. But it's also why I'll always be there for all my babies, and why I'll always be big sis to all my babies. You know, it hurts me. I've got several babies who come to me, you know, and I'm the first person in the whole world they've ever told that they're trans or exploring their gender, at the very least. I'm the first person in the world that they felt comfortable and safe to tell. And when they're sad and depressed, they come to Big Sis. And when they have questions about exploring their gender or you know, navigating their new world, they come to Big Sis. It's a double-edged sword, because on one hand, it fills me up with warmth that they view me as someone that they feel comfortable coming to about things like that, so that they're not alone and going through it alone. It really, I do feel honoured sometimes. Just how many babies I've got to think of me as their big sister material, and I love that they can come to me. But on the other hand, they shouldn't have to. Where are their parents? Where are you? Where are you for your kids? Where the f are you? Why are you so horrible to your own children that they're terrified of coming to you to tell you how they're feeling about their sexuality or their gender? This isn't just about gender, it's sexuality too. Because the one thing gay people and trans people have in common is usually our experience growing up with parents who disown you and reject you and abuse you, or just straight up ignore you and go in denial and just give you no help or support. But isn't it sad that there's people out there who come to some mentally ill online cartoon panda to adopt as a big sister just so they have somebody to vent to and somebody they can go to for support and encouragement and guidance? It really upsets me. I mean, how bad of a parent must you be that this here is a more attractive option for your children to go to than you yourself, their own parents? You know, sometimes all these babies need is a little encouragement. Like, a lot of them suffer self-esteem issues. Just tell them that they're valid. Just tell them that their feelings are valid. Just tell them that you'll be there to support them whatever they decide. You don't have to agree with the agenda to love your own children. Listen, navigating this stuff is hard, and you need a support network. And there's no guarantee that they're actually trans or gay or whatever, right? They don't know because you haven't let them express it or explore it or think about it. Like me, I just told you what my childhood was, and here I am as an adult-ish, sort of, a homosexual trans person. Did beating and abusing me stop me from being what I am? In fact, it probably contributed towards it, thinking about it. I mean, had I been allowed to express myself when I was younger and explore myself, you know, maybe I'd have figured it out sooner and I wouldn't have turned out to be so mentally ill. I don't know how I'd have turned out had I been allowed to express myself when I was younger. But what I do know is if I had better parents, more supportive parents, and parents that I could go to talk to, I certainly wouldn't have turned out to be as mentally ill as I am, or the mess that I am. Suppressing and repressing that side of me using violence, hate and abuse, what did it solve? What did it do? If anything, it had the opposite effect. Because I couldn't get it out of my system when I was younger, now that I'm older, poof, it was bottled up, it's exploded all over the place. And it took me a long time to figure myself out. I mean, this past couple of years, people who used to watch my channel originally, you'll remember the mess I was then, self-hating, self-loathing, boy moding because I didn't feel valid and I didn't even know what trans was. The self-esteem issues that I have now about being a hon, and I promise I'm going to try and stop using that terminology. I keep getting told off. I keep getting told off for using 4chan terminology. I'm sorry about that. When I first started transitioning, it was literally the only place on the internet I could go to learn about what trans was and stuff. Probably messed me up more than my own parents, but the point is, if you don't give your children the freedom to ask questions, if you don't make them feel safe enough to come to you and talk to you, you're not really suppressing or repressing it. You're bottling it up, and one day it's going to explode, and maybe not in ways that you would particularly like, especially if you end up with a dead child. I've been a compulsive self-harmer for quite a while. I've stopped it now. I managed to stop that. This past year I have had a good parent. I've had my mummy. She adopted me, and for 1 year I felt what it was like to have an actual good parent. Even she's abandoned me now. Too mentally ill. Yandere. Yeah, because I'm a Yandere femcel, she thinks I'm part of some kind of feminist terrorist hate group or something. I don't know. But she's abandoned me for it. But because of her, I've learned what a good parent actually is. And I'll never be a parent. I'm too immature to ever be a good parent. I'm too mentally not well to be a good parent. But I can always be a good big sis. Anyway, give your child a goddamn hug. Let them know that they're safe to come to you, and that they don't have to go to some schizo anime characters who live terminally online inside YouTube. Don't abuse your child. Don't hate your child or disown your child or scold your child for thinking that their sexuality doesn't fit your own personal preferences. Yeah. Oh, groomer, leave the kids alone. You're the one trying to force them to live according to your preferences. Anyway, this has been a difficult video for me to make. I need to go decompress and relax. Just know that the world needs better parents, especially the LGBT world. We all deserve better parents. You deserve better parents. It all begins in childhood, the way you're raised and looked after. Because if you don't support your child, hell, I am the ghost. I'm the ghost of Christmas future. I'm your child 20 years from now. Good luck with that. Meteor, Danny doesn't even like you. He calls you just a troll. He says you're just a troll. Just a troll. I actually told him he could leave me, you know. I said, look, if you want to leave me, I'm not going to make you. I'm not going to make you stay. Right? I'm Yandere, not a dum-dum. If he wants to go, he can go. She can go now. Sorry. She's a she-her femboy now. If she wants to go, she can go. She didn't want to. I win. Loser. Bad parents. Losers. Panda. Winner. Yay! Zippity!